Hello and welcome to Channel 77 with Pamba and Older. We bring you the best interviews, unfiltered and undoctored. Just what the doctor ordered, no pun intended. We give you a glimpse into the brilliant minds of the top celebrated personalities in the hopes that you get entertained, inspired and also educated. For those out there who haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to hit on the subscribe button somewhere down below and join the Channel 77 fraternity. Feel free to also like, share, subscribe and also comment on our videos. Kush Tracey.
Yes, am I supposed to look at here or yeah?
You can look
I'm like 2
either
points in
ways.
dream ananiongelesha yuko hapa by the way. So yes.
Teresia Ndoti Wambui.
Yes. Wambua, why do people baptize me Wambui?
Wambui.
I'm Wambua, I'm a Kamba, I'm not a Kikuyu. I ain't no Kikuyu, I ain't got no blood from the Kikuyu side of things, so I'm not Wambui. To make it clear, I'm a Wambua. Wambua like Mvua. I rain good vibes.
You're raining already. Wow. Any makeup umefanya ile kitu.
Thank you. You know, I vikanyasha kifanya mambo yake, so
wow.
Yeah.
So I'm here to ask you 77 questions.
Yeah. Tukifika 50 I'll be like, yes. So
you're ready?
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's dive in. Alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about life right now?
About life?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I think 8.
Oh,
the other 2 I'm just gonna give
score.
them. Yeah, I'm at 8. I'm so excited about what the future holds.
Wow.
The things I'm meant to do. Because I'm currently on the road living my purpose. So it's quite interesting and exciting what God is doing.
Yeah.
And just everything about life. Not so
Yeah.
like, you know, once you have a very different perception and and the way you see things, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's just excitement. So yeah.
And when are you most inspired?
When I'm most inspired?
Yes.
I think when I get uninspired, that's when I'm most inspired. Because I have to find ways to remind myself why there is good in life, why it's good to be alive, why it's a blessing, you know, to have a chance to do things right, to correct your mistakes, to try it again.
Yes.
So I'm most inspired when I'm actually not so inspired at all.
Yeah, it's a paradoxical way of being inspired.
Yeah.
But I do get it from the point, because I also saw Mary Mwikali had posted that every day above the ground is a blessing. Every other day that we are still above the ground, we have to be really grateful. Okay, which famous TV host do you most admire?
To be very honest,
You admire yourself?
I don't admire myself, but TV host, I don't know. I'm more of I previously, like I say, if I was answering this from my before mindset, kungekuwa na mtu, but right now with what I know, with what I see in spirit,
yes,
my understanding is very different. So the things I admire, they're just the God stuff. If you do God stuff and you have the spirit in you, it's real.
Yes,
I know, and I'll admire what you do because I'll be inspired. So,
yes.
But if you're just doing it for fame and all that, I'll still know.
Yes.
That's why the Holy Spirit is my BFF.
Oh, yeah, I've been seeing your posts
I
lately.
finally have a BFF, by the way. I didn't have before, but yes. So I don't have a particular person in mind, but I do admire anyone who stands for what is right. They preach the right message and they're not picky with what they preach, but they're not being hypocrites. So
yeah,
that's what I can say.
And who inspired you to start making music on your own?
Music. I think it's the hype and the fame and the devil, but you know, I thank God he decided to use my lost cause for, you know, for something good and to do something good with me, because I do feel like my story is going to inspire a lot of people. I've not even started, you know, talking about it and saying that the things which are real, because a lot of people have this idea of what the music industry is about. They have this idea of what fame is, what it takes and all of that, but with what I know right now, I'm pretty sure it's gonna change a lot of minds by the time I start talking about it. I've not started yet, but I'm waiting until God says it's time.
We are
and
waiting
then we're gonna do it. Yes.
What is the most useless talent that you have?
The most useless talent that I have.
Yes.
Useless.
Yes.
I don't know, but give me an idea of a useless talent then. What's the most useless talent that I have? I think cooking is not useless because I get to cook for people they get to eat.
Yes. Maybe cooking with your eyes closed.
I think it's, oh yes, this is true. I think it's swimming, but I won't call it useless because I can still use it to, you know, stay fit and all that. But because, you know, it's just something I'll always do for fun. It's not part of God's plan. So it's a talent I have, but there's nothing much I can do about it. Maybe train kids how to swim in future, but there's just nothing much I can do about it. It's not the purpose.
The future. Yes. What's the worst purchase that you've ever made?
Purchase?
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of things, man. From hair to shoes
that
to
you don't use.
Clothes that I've just bought and I only wore them in the shop.
Oh.
After years in their closet, never to be worn again. Hapo the devil had a good one on me, by the way. Where my money was going, if you ask me, sometimes I'm like, I've lost so much.
Yes.
And the worst purchase was, hey, yes, acha tuachie hapo for now. Yes.
No, we want to hear that story.
That one. Or
I'll find you for part 2 of it. What is the silliest fashion trend that you've seen recently?
Silliest?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't even know what's trending right now. I won't even lie. I just put on what looks good and what works for me. And I'm not really a trendy person. I know people have this thing, you know, we like your style, your fashion and all that. Yes. But honestly, I'm not even trendy. I don't even know what's happening right now. When it's cold, I'll just rock something that's keeping me warm. When it's hot, I'm gonna wear accordingly. So yeah, for trends, that one about.
Alright, say that you were to raid one woman's closet. Which woman would you raid?
Let me see. There's so many women that I look at and I do love the way they dress. I just think any woman who dresses modest. Yeah. I'm not sure who, but yeah. I'm not so picky with people. That's one thing about me. I never have a favorite. I never have a...
Yeah, I get that. What color clothing do you most wear? Any color that you give? Black it is.
Black. Black is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing that you can say that most people don't know about Kush Tracey. One thing.
I'm an introvert, a proper introvert. You think I'm snobby, I'm an ikona maringo. I get that a lot. But once you stay around me, you'll realize I'm an introvert. But at the same time, I'm very extremely spiritual. Sometimes the devils around me, they kind of shake when they see me.
Alright, cool.
I'm very spiritual, yes. So I think, those two.
When is lying the right thing to do?
When the lie is better than the truth. I do believe like when a child is very young, there are things you can't tell them directly. So you have to create a lie that's close to the truth. And sometimes, I think that one. You can lie to confuse the devil. That's also a good one. I know maybe some people might disagree, but I do think sometimes if the light's to confuse the devil, why not?
Which kitchen appliance can you not live without?
Kisu lazima tukatekate vitu. I'm like, it's a knife. And a sufuria because we have to cook. I think there are a couple. No, wait. I think it's a sufuria. A cooking pan. Okay, so I think it's one thing. But
And whose advice do you mostly listen to?
The Bible. Because the Bible tells me so.
The good book.
The good book, the only book that will tell you the truth without sugarcoating it. Am I trying to get something out of it? Am I trying to, give you a one-way? It doesn't give you a one-way opinion, not opinion. It gives you a fact. So it's how you understand the fact, how you relate to the fact, and how you apply the fact. So right now, I used to listen to a lot of people when they tell me things, but right now I'm like, until I consult the book, what anyone says, it's just you saying something. So
if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, which food would that be?
I'm a sucker for carbs. So tunaweza sema carbs kama food group. But I think dhufu napenda soup. Aki napenda soup. Soup ya potato, soup ya nyanya, soup na kafirifiri. I think I'll just go for soup any day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a question of a side of salad or a side of soup. Which one would you pick?
Dhufu.
Soup.
I'll always go for soup. I don't know, I just love soups.
Yeah. Which animation do you wish you could live in for a week?
Animation. Superbook. Yeah, it's a really nice one. It's a kid's way of, how they talk of the Bible, explain the Bible for young kids to be able to understand it. And ever since I started watching it, I just love it. I find myself like rewatching it because, they take the Bible stories, make them into cartoons. And I've always loved, the Bible stories, especially watching. I'm a poor reader, but we are learning how to read more. But yeah.
Kush,
yes.
What's the most unusual fear that you have?
Unusual? I was gonna say snakes, of which I do fear snakes, but nowadays there's just something about, praying against the fears that you have that works.
Yeah.
So I don't really fear snakes as such, as before, but I fear hell.
Yeah.
I fear hell and the reasons as to why you can go to hell. Manze. Like I said, read the Bible, you'll find out so many things. It's scary. It's scary to think of going to that place. So for me, it's more of I don't fear death, but I fear dying before I'm right with God. I fear dying before I'm on the right side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what can you say is the best thing about being a female TV host? Anything standing out?
I don't know. I'll say, honestly, I can't say it about being a TV host. Like I said, my perception and the way I see things is very different now. Before, maybe I could have had an answer for that. But for now, what I can say, the best thing about being me is I'm able to use what I've seen, because I've been on both sides of things, and use my story to change, to impact, to help other people in whatever they're dealing with. So I think that's what I can say.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I do. And one fact that you're surprised that most people still don't know. Any fact?
Life fact that they don't know. I'm actually the most down-to-earth person you've ever met.
Wow.
I'm too friendly. Like when I use the word too, it's because I know I'm too friendly. Even sometimes I'm like, I need to learn to be rude or to be bad, but it's not in
Please
me.
don't.
But yeah, I'm just too friendly. I'm too nice of a person.
Yeah.
Too nice of a person. Yeah.
Any movie or series that made you cry?
A lot. I'm just any part that's very emotional. Trust me, you'll find me
Tears.
crying. Like I'm just that person. If you watch movie na mimi jua tutalialia pamoja.
Where would you go to in a time machine?
In a time machine? I don't know. Before nilikuanga na ideas, but right now, in all honesty, there's something about the era of Jesus that I'd want to go back to that time.
Yes.
But go back to that time as a believer, as one of those apostles who wrote the Bible.
Yeah.
Like unajua wase walikufia God manzi.
Paul and
that's an era I'd want to go to. I just want to see what it looks like, because everyone is always drawing and painting this picture, it looks this particular way. But I'd want to see how he looked like in person, as a person, and how he was. Because honestly, I think I'd want to learn how to handle people the way he handles people. I just don't get it. You're insulted, but you forgive. You don't even. Have you ever seen someone who's so perfect?
You get a slap
curse,
on this side.
You never abuse. You had the power, but you chose not to be the smaller, to be the bigger person and not do harm to others. Yet you're in a position to do that. I think I just want to go to that era.
Yes.
I'm very curious about it.
Do you believe money can or can't buy happiness?
Money can't buy happiness. It can't buy you things you think you need. Not even you need. I've used the word want. I always say what you need. What you need is things which can help you grow as a person and make you a better person, and things which are of value, not just at you because it's a car and it's a house. Money can buy me property, but it can't buy me happiness. Trust me, I've been on both sides. I've been with people who've had all the money and it was miserable. And I've been with people who don't have the money and it was still miserable. But at the end of the day, happiness is a choice. And I always say this: money can't buy you character, and it can't buy you value, and it can't buy you a kind heart. So
Yeah.
depends. Good money from the Lord can buy you happiness, because there's nothing as good as you find someone who has money. Ama you have money, but God, your character is correct. The values and the virtues that you have as a person are correct. That's good when you have money. But if you have none of that and you have money, as in, honestly, I can't even explain it, but yeah, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you everything that you think you need to be happy. And still you'll buy those things and maybe find out that you're not even happy. You're still miserable. So it depends.
All right.
Yeah.
How would you change the world if you could?
How would I change the world?
Yeah, if you could.
It's just that I cannot be God, so I'll respect my position in this life. But I think taking away the evil, the evilness, and maybe the greed.
Yes.
And if people aren't greedy, I feel like we would have a better and a fairer world. Greed is bad, because you're greedy for power, you're greedy for money, you're greedy for influence.
Yes.
You're greedy for you want affluence, you want people to know you and all that. So I'd take away the greed, so that everyone becomes selfless. I think would be better humans and better people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so divine. All right, if you had enough money and you didn't have to work at all, what would you do with your time?
I'd basically be a charity human being. I'm too nice. I just don't have the money to spend on doing the right things. But I'm too nice. I'm too selfless as a person. I'm too, I don't know, it's just something that God, I think for me it's a gift, because I don't feel, I feel like not everyone would, it's not easy to sacrifice ile kidogo uko nayo for someone else.
Yeah.
It's not easy to choose someone else over you, your needs, your wants.
Yes.
And for the person that I am, I think that's what I'll do. If I could have all the money in the world, I think I'd make my work to help people, to spread Jesus, and to just change lives in a good way, in the right way.
Yeah. Have you passed up any chances that you now regret? Any at all?
I don't think I have anything that I regret. I've passed out, some deals, which maybe if I was still the same person, or if I still had the same mentality, and I still had the same thinking way, probably I wouldn't have passed them out. But I thank God for the Spirit in me.
Yes.
That wins most of the times, although the flesh sometimes fail, but hey, we shall get there. But yeah, I do thank God for the Spirit in me. So I think for everything that I passed out was just not meant for me. But it took a deeper understanding and a deeper, revelation of who God was to me and who Jesus is to me, for me to pass up, on some of those things, because it's not easy. Sometimes kuna pesa utaonyesha hivyo like, hey, you're kakiro. Inaweza come through kamfuko, lakini the values that you have and the beliefs that you have can't allow you to do something. So choosing, I think it's the choosing Jesus instead of choosing what my fleshly desires are, has really helped me to be able to just chorea vitu zingine. Yaani kuna vitu zingine hata ukiniambia utanipatia pesa ngapi, nitakuwa tu like, what, it's okay, but I don't think I need it, you get. So yeah.
Wow, we shall conquer.
We shall conquer. It's a matter of choices in this life. It's a matter of choices, and it's hard choices, especially when you're trying to break a mentality you've had for the last for since you knew anything until right now. You're trying to break that mentality. So, but it's a matter of choices. The choices that you make. You get. I don't think I'm missing out on anything, because honestly speaking, I've lived the fast life. I've lived the hype life. I've been like hakuna kitu sijadu again, so nothing actually excites me. And when you realize it's the same thing, it's just different people, different places, different circumstances. Unakatu manzi, as in there's nothing, I don't know, I just got to that point, like,
What can you say is one thing that you've done in the last 24 hours to help someone's life, to improve someone's life?
I think sharing my story, I always find myself, I don't know what happens, but most of the time najipatanga in situations whereby people ask me for for advice. They tell me something about them that I need to tell my story. So that has happened. And also having to plan for my initiative. It's called the Kush Tracey initiative that I do. You know, it's a charity thing that I do. It's not funded by anyone.
Yes.
And like I said, it's being, you know, it's a matter of choices. And if you want to do the work of God, it's gonna take a lot, and it needs a lot of grace from God for you to be able to do it. So I think there's that. Hearing stories that I need to do something about in just the capacity that I can. So yeah.
Wow. Do you have any bad habits that you wish you could break?
Yes.
Which
I'm
one?
an emotional eater. I love eating when I'm mad. And I think something else, a very bad habit. Let me see. I tolerate people so much. And I think sometimes I just need to, you know, just hands off kabisa. So I think you could tolerate wasi, and I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
I think that's a bad habit. And getting mad, I'm easily offended, and offense is one of the worst things, the worst situations the devil uses to get into your head.
Yeah.
So I think I need to stop being offended too much, too fast. Yes.
Kush. So if we do experience our greatest moment actually of growth and learning from our failure, why do you think most people are still afraid of failure?
Because I feel like as humans, we have expectations, and we have things we feel like we deserve. We have things we feel like the world should give to us. So when that doesn't happen, we kind of like don't know what to do, how to go about it. Sometimes when you don't see the bigger picture, the lesson in the failure, the lesson in the pain, the lesson in the situation, you can miss out on something you are meant to learn. I think I've seen that a lot in my life. There's so many things, so many times I thought I failed, but in the real sense, God had me in that position because I needed to learn something by the time I was coming out of it. But then this failure keeps on happening all the time. And that means you've not learned what you're supposed to learn. You've not realized something you're meant to realize, to see, you're still handling the failure the same way, and you need to start handling it differently. So I feel like it's more about perception.
Yeah.
I failed, so what did I do wrong? Okay, so what could I have done better? Okay, so what if I tried the better way but it still didn't work? Okay, maybe the way I'm looking at it's not the right way I'm supposed to be looking at it. So I feel like it's more perception, but I feel like we are afraid of so many things. But most of the time, we are not even afraid of failing. We are afraid of what someone else is going to say in relation to our failure. Either family, friends, social media, world. That's all we fear. We don't even fear failing. We fear what someone else will say. And it's a very sad situation. But yeah, it's life.
Do you believe in luck and miracles?
I believe in miracles. I don't believe in luck. I do believe in everything happens for a particular reason. Everything happens. There's no coincidence to anything that happens. You get it's either the Spirit of God is moving or the devil is working.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything happens by coincidence. And also luck. I used to say I'm lucky, but I'm not even lucky. It's by the grace of God and by His favor that thing happened to me. Someone favored me. Someone, did something for me. So I don't believe in luck, but I do believe in miracles because, with God, everything is possible. Whatever that is impossible with man, Team Jesus wins.
Yes.
So yes.
And who is God in your life?
Who is God?
Yes, generally. Who is God?
It's been a minute since someone asked me that. Who is God? God to me is the Father I never had.
Wow. He's
the therapist I never had. He's the solution I've never had.
Whoa.
And he's the person who's always been there. He's been a constant in my life, even when I didn't even see it or I didn't realize it, but he's been a constant in my life. When everyone was, going away, moving, everyone was just doing their own thing, he's always been there. But sadly, it took me too long to realize this, but I thank God right now I'm able to realize it. But he's a very important part of me. He comes first, everyone else comes after.
Yeah.
That means even my relationship, my family, anyone else comes after. Even I
Wow.
come after. Like,
Yeah.
it's the first thing is like God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, then nyi wengine mnaweza pigania hapa chini. Hapo hivyo ndio tutaangalia levels, but he's a very important part of me. He's someone who grounds me. I don't know, but what I can say is, and me saying I don't know, say I don't know, but it's just like he's a very big part of who I am.
Yeah.
My character is like a core. It's like something in my core that is of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Jesus is my savior.
And when do you feel close to him, to God?
Why do I feel close to God?
When?
When I'm doing the right things, I always feel so far. When the flesh wins, like I say, I won't lie, I'm not perfect. I still have a lot of things I need to work around, and some life situations, some mindsets I still have to break, and that's what I'm saying. It takes grace, it takes God for you to be able to do all of these things.
Yeah.
But anytime I do something wrong, I feel far. But I always repent and try to get back right in the good side of God, because I realize like on the good side, manze vitu zina happening, vitu mpaka unabaki hey, okay, God nimekucheki, not yet. So evil, like it happens, before you, like I said, I'm not working on my attitude right now. I'm trying to break a mindset I've had for the last 27 years. I'm trying to break ideas and perceptions and thoughts and feelings and emotions I've had for the last 27 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in a day. It takes time, but I do believe he's there. He's walking with me, and he's always ahead of me, and he knows what is best. You get, like, I've tried my way. I've tried on the things I thought were best for me, but trust me, so right now I'm trying to do everything in his way. Yes.
What do you consider your best physical feature?
My best physical, hey mama, my best physical feature, my heart.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so deep.
It's my heart. Because let me not lie to you. I feel a lot of people are like, I got a, I'm looking like, I don't know, I'm sijui what. But this body is going to, it's not going to take you anywhere. In the end, you'll die. You'll probably have maggots coming out of every hole of yours. We've seen that in movies. But at the same time, your heart is what will take you to heaven or take you to hell. And God says he knows your heart and he knows who you truly are, and you can hide it. Physically you might be looking so fine, as fine as wine, but in your heart you are so rotten, you are so bad, and you can't hide that part from God. So for me, I don't think any physical feature of mine matters, because anything can happen. I can lose my hand, I can lose my leg, I can get deformed and disfigured, but my heart will never change. So to me, my heart is the most important part of me. It's my best physical feature. Not even my mind. Hey, akili nafikirianga vitu mingi, so it is not it. But my heart is my heart. Yes.
And what's the first thing that you look at when you're talking to someone?
When I'm talking to someone,
yes,
I look at I think it's your vibe will introduce me to what kind of a person that you are. But I always ask for my spirit to see what you really are, because a lot of times we mask hurt and we mask pains. We mask a lot of who we are, and we mask what we really are because of society. We want people to see us as we are hardcore, we are like this, we are like gangster, we are bad and all that. Because I've been there, but I don't like looking at people like that. So I look at your spirit. I'll speak to you, and how you talk to me will tell me what kind of a person you are, what character you have, what about you I need to know. How you talk, how you relate to people tells a lot of who you are.
True.
Other than how you're dressed and how you looks are deceiving.
Yes. What are the top 3 things that stress you out?
I don't like mean people. I don't like unfair people. I don't like evil people. I think evil inamalizia tu wote. So many people, yani evil it's in a lot of ways. So that is hiyo ndo baba yao, inabeba yote. Yeah.
Oh, would you rather detect every lie that you hear or get away with every lie that you tell?
I think I'd rather detect every lie that I hear. I'm able to handle how will I say it? What happens is If I'm able to detect a lie, I can know that people are very good liars, and the devil uses the people closest to you. So I'd rather be able to know what is a lie, because I barely lie. I barely, like I say, I lie when it's to confuse the devil.
Yes.
And that means to confuse my enemies, and that means to confuse people with bad intentions. And sometimes, you know, when you are friends with the spirit, sometimes it can show you and reveal to you some of these things, you know. You are able to know, you're like, mtu anakupigia tu story, anakupigia kipindi, lakini you already, your spirit is telling you so many things about that whole situation. So yeah, detect a lie. Yeah.
And who is the last person you texted?
Who was the last? Oh, my man after my heart, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would you do? A whole day?
For a day, I'd chill. But something I've always wanted to do is to go 24 hours and to do 24 hours of prayer. I've not yet done it, but that's something I'm looking forward to. Because honestly, I'm saying to chill, but I've already chilled for a whole day. Not even a whole. I've done even 2 days chilling, doing nothing. So I think I'd want to do 24 hours of prayer.
Yeah.
Of deep prayer, just me and God.
Do you do more of talking or listening?
Very quiet, but I can still be very talkative. Like right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. Which song will you sing at a karaoke night?
I don't really have a song.
Yes, you can even sing it along.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Unless it's a Christian karaoke night.
Yeah.
Because
They exist.
Listen to it's very different. So I don't know which song will I sing at a karaoke night. Hey, that's a hard one. I'm trying to think.
You can go with the Christian one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, you know, all my music is so deep. But I don't know. I can't rap like other rappers. You know, that's for one. But I do have. I think. Why am I even not getting? Shida, like I said, I don't have favorites. I'm just. I love good music. I love good messages. I love, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not picky. Honestly, I'm not picky. I think I'm just not picky. So that's why it's hard for me to choose between A, B, C, D. Because I'm like, there's something about this person, their music that, you know, draws me in. So yeah, it becomes a bit hard.
Yeah.
But okay. Yeah.
Which one would you rather do? Wash dishes or mow the lawn?
Sijai mow lawn mtu wangu, but najua nilifyeka nikiwa high school, but I think I'd rather do dishes.
Clean the bathroom or vacuum the house?
Vacuum the house. It's kind of like just standing there.
Yeah. Is it?
But bathroom to wangu, man, it takes a lot of detergents, you know, pouring things and scrubbing. So I'd go with I'd go with that.
Do you prefer swimming in pools or oceans?
Pools. Ocean afikanga tu mahali hapa ama when I'm just snorkeling, but I think the ocean has a life of its own. And I think it's also, you know, it's just, I don't know. I've seen so many things about the ocean, so many bodies have been dumped there, so many stories from, you know, people have tried to toroka Africa to go to other nations, then when they die on those, you know, these stories we see on news. Kwa hivyo najuanga tu maji yana mambo mengi. Yana so many souls have been lost. Some hata watu wajuangi watu wako kwa hiyo bahari. So I always try to avoid the ocean as much as I can. So I'd rather go for pool. Yes.
Would you rather be stuck on a deserted island with Nana Owiti or Mary Mwikali?
A deserted island?
Yes.
Mwix, I think I'd rather be stuck with Jesus, you know. They're both, you know, good people, good vibes.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be stuck with Jesus, you know.
Whoa.
At least we'll figure out a way. So I'm gonna go Team Jesus on this one. I'm not gonna be picky about it. Like I said, I don't have favorites. I'm not picky. I appreciate everyone with what they are and what they have, because they are two different personalities and they're quite interesting. So hard to pick. So I'm gonna pick Jesus.
Have more time or more money?
More time or more money? With more time, I think I can get away on how I can make more money. But I can have more money and die tomorrow, so the more money doesn't actually help me in any obey. Yeah.
That's a sensible one. Okay, have world peace or stop world hunger?
With peace, if there's peace, hakuna hizi vita na corruption, hizi vitu mingi nonsense za hapa katikati. So if there's peace, we can solve the world hunger.
Wow.
Without hunger, if everyone is eating, they'll even start eating each other. So for me, I'm like not at ile eating or whatever, but ile eating, you know, a lot of greed will still be there. So I'll go for peace because I feel like where there's peace, there's love.
Wow.
We can't be at peace if we can't love and respect each other. So I'd do peace. Then I think we'll be able to solve the other one. The
Yeah.
hunger situation.
I love how you're deducing them. You're the Sherlock here.
It's Jesus. It's not me. It's wisdom of Jesus.
Get a brand new house or
Yeah.
a brand new car?
I think I'd go for a house. A house is here. It's laid down. Then with the foundation I lay that house can bring forward blessings that will bring a car. So I'll go with a house. You know, somewhere you can live, somewhere you can.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do in a house. You can have so many situations, so many things, and also it depends. I can have a car, but I can't bring people to live in the car if they're stranded or they have nowhere to go. But with a house, there's so much good I can do with a house. So I'll definitely go for a house.
Meet your great grandparents or meet your great grandchildren?
I'd want to meet my great grandchildren. Because the whole point of me doing whatever I'm doing right now and choosing to follow Jesus, it's because I need to break every generational curse and everything that's not of God in my village. It has to start from me. So I'd want to see whatever I'm doing right now, the impact it's going to have in my generation. In Jesus' name, amen. Kwanza nishe clean. Yes. So I'd want to move forward. You know, we leave the dead resting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather go to dinner alone or to a concert alone? Which one?
I'd rather go to dinner alone. Because you know, concerts are not just my thing nowadays. But if it's a Christian concert, gladly I'll go alone because I'm very sure I'll meet like-minded people. I'll meet people after God's heart, and you know, you can always make some good connections with, you know, people who have the same intentions, the same ideas or the same values as you. So if it's a Christian concert, tick. If it's a solo dinner, I'm like, ho, tick.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm alone, so I'm okay. Like I'm used to doing stuff on my own. Yeah.
Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence?
I'd rather trade looks for intelligence, but I don't want to call it intelligence. I'll go for wisdom, the wisdom of God.
Yeah.
Not just intelligence. You know, I can know a lot of things, but it doesn't mahali. So I'd rather trade it for the wisdom of God. Yes.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
Pillows, 3. 2 za kulalia na moja ya kukado.
Whoa. Your favorite childhood memory?
I think the times I used to swim, it was always fun. It was so innocent. So it was just a thing I used to do and I used to enjoy it. I used to swim until I got so tired. The only thing I wanted to do was eat and sleep. So yeah, and I think also to Sunday school. Reading Bible stories, the yellow
Yeah,
one.
I know it.
I don't know whether it's still there. I'm trying to look for
It is.
It's still
But
there.
very few.
Silliest.
Yeah.
That was my favorite because I love the images, the stories, but I've always been a God girl. Even yetu shetani aliingilia mahali.
Yeah.
Thank God he's coming back.
You're blind, but now you see.
Now I see.
Whether you can sing as that.
That's a very, I don't even know which song that is, but that's a very true word.
Amazing grace it is.
I don't know the lyrics. I know the song, but I don't know the lyrics. Since I'm a stage church, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the same way I know a lot of verses. I can use a lot of things that say from the Bible, but I don't have the exact verse. I'm at the exact name in my mind, sahi. But I'm learning. Like I said, it's a process. It takes time. It takes a lot of commitment.
Yes.
But I'm trusting God I'll get there.
You will.
So,
definitely. All right, this is a wrap on your 77th question.
77.
Yes.
Those verses. Okay.
Is your glass half full or half empty?
Half full.
Whoa.
I don't run on empty. I don't run on empty. I tell Jesus, fill me up so that I can. So when I'm nimefika half, later it's half full. Because you're half ingine nimeminyia watu wengine. So right now I need him to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Jaza hii kitu, because I can't give
You can't
without
from,
having. I
exactly.
can't give without having. I need a lot of grace and compassion from God for me to be able to do the same thing to other people. So I do believe I never run on dry. I always run on maybe cut off a quarter, and that means it's ni venye tu nasikia. My flesh will get me to a quarter, but I know the Spirit of God is always full.
Wow.
It's just you having to realize even when you're feeling how, He's still there.
Yes.
So perception.
Wow. It has been nice asking you 77 questions.
Thank you for having me on your channel.
Yes, thank you for answering my 77 questions.
Awesome.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.